Hey friends, welcome back to Make My World Mini. I'm sitting out here with Sunny. We are by the enclosed porch. I made a yard. I know, practice, practice, practice. But we are out here with Sunny. Happy March. Are you guys ready for daylight savings? And are you ready for spring? I know Sunny and I are. Sunny is out here in the yard doing some junk journaling. I thought it would be a nice way for me to share a little bit of my junk journaling. Just a little bit. We're not going to go too deep, but I'm going to share the surface. All right, let's get to it. Let's go. I came back to journaling or a diary in about 2017. I started with book journaling on my book channel. And I would get a book, a self-help book from Dollar Tree, and I would journal in that. That's how I began. So I have like a tip-in right here. That's what they call them in junk journaling. And our glue collage, right? Or a glue book. That's also what they call it. But I have been doing journaling or diaries since my teen years. And in my teen years, I was in and out of therapy or counseling just for some trauma that I had in my life at the time. But we're not going to go into that. We're going to keep moving on. So from these, in my older years, on my book channel, I went into a more spiritual side of book journaling, I guess you can say. This book has to do with like faith and belief. And for me, faith and belief, some form of faith and belief, has been helpful in my journey, growing, changing, becoming a better person. So through time, I got wrecked this journal, and I did this with my daughter, and this also was a lot of fun. I like to draw, I like to color, that kind of thing. I'm not real good at art, as you can see. It looks like a child did this, but I do enjoy it, and I find it a lot of fun. I have followed a Bob Ross tutorial. Well, I've actually followed several, but I think I kept like 3 or 4 paintings that I have done. And again, it's art therapy to me. My doctor back in my teen years, my doctor, I forget what his title was, counselor, therapist, psychiatrist, whatever his title was, he helped me a lot because he introduced me to steno notebooks. Now, in my teen years, before I went to the doctor, I used to do a lot of spiral notebooks, the ones on the side, because they were cheap and my mom would get me them for school. Recently, I thought, well, maybe junk journaling or my therapy notebooks, steno notebooks, spiral notebooks can help me once again with work. So that's what I've done. Now, I have ripped out some pages, because when you do the steno notebook, well, what my doctor had me do was you dump everything. The good, the bad, the ugly, pretty much. So it's all your thoughts, all your opinions, everything. Now, my doctor also taught me when I was in my teen years and once I got into my parenting years to eventually let them go and burn them, which I did. So I don't have anything from the past. It's all been dealt with or burnt. And that's what I will eventually do with these. But if you do write something because you're dumping and the next day you're like, you know what, I'm not going to keep that right now, you can rip it out and go get rid of it, go burn it sooner. But I like to keep them for a while and then dump them all at once. But this was December, one was January, and one was February. February is the thickest, so I'm thinking that's probably when I had the hardest, right? The hardest month. I don't know, but it's a nice place to dump, and I have one now. And I do see from December's steno notebook till now I have made progress, or I've done better, I've gotten better. So these are really helpful through and or at work, and it's not just work in here. It's everything. It's daily struggles, it's everything, and it has helped quite a bit. And I have one currently for March. But I also started this in February 26th, 2024, where this is more like my family junk journal. So I can't share everything or get too deep or personal because it has to do with a lot of other people. So I don't know. It's one of my favorite layers. Let me share with you. Like, this page is my happy birthday page I made to myself. I love this page. This particular journal is not just a family journal, but it's a random journal. Because my daughter at one time asked me to leave a journal for her. But I just couldn't keep thought straight and write things straight. So I thought I will do what I can. So this is an ongoing journal, junk journal. There's plenty of paper in here, plenty of places for me to write in here. And, you know, put tip-ins and stuff like that. And things that I like to keep or collect. You guys have seen those stickers that I told you I was going to put in my junk journal. So, without going too deep, because it's the journals are hard for me to share because these all have a personal meaning. This is family and this is work. So I have to be careful with the more personal ones. And then those ones that I shared in the beginning are more spiritual ones, or my, you know, my faith and beliefs and stuff like that. So they're all working journals. They're not like fun junk journals. I mean, this one's fun, don't get me wrong. This one's fun, don't get me wrong. But not for the public. You know what I mean? So maybe I could take you on a journey, a junk journal journey that is more like Sunny's, because hers is more fun. Alright, that's enough of all of that. Let's get into the creations that I've made this week. Let's go.
Friends. So I didn't want to make a basket. I didn't want to buy a basket. I didn't want to make a paper basket. I didn't want to do any of that. So I took one of my Miniverse empties. You can use the lid or not, that's up to you. I did not want to. And I took yarn and I wrapped it around the bowl. And then I put a little piece of fabric in there because I'm going to put something in there which will make sense when I get there. But I just took some yarn. You could use the yarn from the Dollar Tree. This was given to my son and my daughter when they were crocheting. And some glue gun, or you can use whatever glue you have on hand and just wrap it around. I wish I would have went with a little bit darker yarn because it's not really bright, but that's okay. But I can leave this, I can leave the bowl out all year round, where a basket is a little more different. It's more Easterish. Okay, so I have made Muddy Buddies, and are what my kids know as puppy chow, in real life with peanut butter and chocolate and Chex Mix cereal. You know, rice Chex or corn Chex, and powdered sugar. Well, I wanted to make it in miniature form as well. So this is just a mixture of Play-Doh to be the cereal, but I don't need the chocolate or peanut butter because you don't really see it on Muddy Buddies. So I'm dipping the little Play-Doh pieces in clear Elmer's school glue, and then I'm dipping them in cornstarch to be the powdered sugar. Once they are all dry, I will move them to this cute little bowl that I put yarn around and fabric in, so that they'll have cute little Muddy Buddies. But I wanted to make some hard-boiled eggs, so I have made some white Play-Doh and some yellow Play-Doh, and I'm going to make quite a few hard-boiled eggs, because I want to make macaroni salad. Okay, so I'm taking a break from the macaroni salad with the hard-boiled eggs at the moment, because I really wanted to make the fondue pot, the heart fondue pot. So I have this from one of the Harry Potters. I made that out of Play-Doh. I am going to glue the pot to the stand. I do have other things that I could put underneath, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to make a skewer of marshmallows out of a toothpick and some white Play-Doh. So let me get to that, and then I am going to take the clear Elmer's glue with some brown paint to make the fondue. Is it? Yeah, it's fondue, not fondant. It's fondue. Chocolate fondue.
Okay, so we're over here in the kitchen with Sunny. All right, I'm going to share some of the creations that I have made over here, but not in any particular order. So I made this bowl. I think I shared with you in the creation tutorial like videos, and some fabric in there, and those were the Muddy Buddies made out of Play-Doh and cornstarch, I believe. And then I made some deviled eggs. This is a plate I made. I spray painted it silver, and then I made the eggs out of Play-Doh, and we used glue and some of the Miniverse product to sprinkle on top for paprika. I also made this plate, and I made some lobster ravioli. Now, my lobster ravioli didn't turn out as well as I had wanted to, but I do think it still looks pretty cute out of Play-Doh. And then we got peas and carrots on the plate. I wanted to make some macaroni salad, so this was my interpretation of macaroni salad. Now, one day this week we had macaroni salad and hot dogs, so that's where I was inspired to make the hot dogs and macaroni salad. But I also have a burger over here because, well, we have some of those as well. The raviolis just came from, because I never received those. Same with the deviled eggs, because I never received that. I can't find the spring Miniverse. I'm going to have to keep looking. Alright, and then I was inspired to make a meatloaf. So this meatloaf is made out of Play-Doh as well, just mixing colors, and then I have some clear glue on top. And this is a Miniverse container. And then I used this fork to put in there. Whoops. Mashed potatoes and green beans right here. Alright, I did make some meatball subs. In real life, I made open-faced meatball sandwiches, so these actually turned out so cute. I don't know. And with that, I made like homemade potato chips. Alright, and then hopefully you can see that I made a homemade, ultra-rare fondue, chocolate fondue pot. And then my Froggy stuff, she had a video where she made like glass bowls or glass vases out of plastic. Mine, I don't think turned out very well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I will have to watch the video again. But I made this into like a little plant holder for the table. And then I made this little Ziploc plastic bag just out of a regular plastic bag. And I put some Muddy Buddies in there for Luna. So there's that planter, the deviled eggs, the lobster ravioli with peas and carrots. I should have glued that plate down. That's what I should have done. The meatball subs. Those turned out really well. Potato chips, barbecue potato chips, by the way. The fondue pot. This was teeny tinies. The macaroni salad with Miniverse. That's Play-Doh. That's Play-Doh. And then Play-Doh with the Miniverse container and a teeny tiny little grill fork. See the mashed potato, the green beans, and the meatloaf slice. I'm so excited I found it. That was hard to find on the floor. But I glued it down this time, so now it's not coming off of there. Alright, let's go ahead and go meet Sunny back over in the yard. Let's go. Okay, friends, we're back over here in the yard with Sunny. She's back to working on her junk journal. Are you going to try a junk journal? I think I'm going to try a fun one. I think that's what I need lately. How about you? But I hope you had a good time here in this video. I am working on another project. I'm going to try and use as much as I have on hand that I can. And I want to take a little different spin than I have in the past, I guess. But anyway, I hope you get to relax, enjoy, and create in your mini world. And I will see you next time on Make My World Mini. Bye!